moving on, we got Tron here. Okay, TRX, so bullish above this moving average. This is the zone I marked out before. You know, the 7,000 level here, 7 cent, I guess you want to call it. And but I can see that price is finding some resistance here. So what I might do is consider moving these up, because there's a new zone here that price has created. If we extend it here, you can see it's held before. So this zone is functioning pretty significantly. It hasn't really went below this zone all month, so it's been 8 days and it hasn't really broken below this. So I would be looking for a buy position, but, and that's a big but, we need some momentum first to come in. So we can see that the bears have died off quite a bit. I mean, you had this big bearish candle into this zone, but since then you haven't had much, right? It's been rejected, rejected, rejected. It's holding right above this zone, right above this, you know, 76.5 level, 765 level. So it tells me I'm looking for a buy. But what we could do is we could move up these parameters here. So we have the monthly high and low, and now we can see that our monthly low is probably about 754. And then our monthly high is going to be quite a bit up here, quite a ways up here. We'll say at like 914. So now this is our monthly range and this is our monthly target. So it's above this area. If price breaks this area, there's a good chance it goes up to our monthly range. But now we need to see some bullish momentum out of this zone. Right now we see the bears have come to an end-ish, possibly. We can kind of see some higher lows forming, but it's very minimal. So now we need to see something, some significance. So you can sort of maybe see price structure changing. You can see like comes down, lower low, lower high, but now this might be the, as of right here, you know, as of yesterday, price might be switching. You can see came up, pulled back down, higher low, possibly making a higher high. So what I need to see from Tron here is price to break above this area, and then I'm looking for a buy. Especially because this should show us, if this is correct, then you got your higher high, higher low, something into here, another higher high, pulls back, oops. So you got your higher high, higher low, you know, into this zone, reject, boom, up. And that would tell me that the bulls are back and this currency is ready to be bought. So that's my take on Tron. You can see, like, by just hanging out for the last week and just letting price set up and find its area of support, then we can really figure out what it wants to do for the month. We know this is bullish. It's way above this moving average. You got this huge bullish leg here. So I think it's a safe bet to buy. We just have to wait for the right time. And the right time is after, you know, the bulls are back in and they're breaking zones and, you know, the momentum's in your favor. So something like this is what I'm waiting for, guys. And then we'll see what happens when price breaks this zone and then comes back. Hopefully it rejects, and then we're going to be looking for a long position. You can see the 1 hour moving average. It was way below, and now it's slowly catching up and is going to start curving above it most likely. Price is going to break above this moving average, break above this zone here, and then find support right above this moving average and this zone, and then most likely and hopefully take off. And we can target this zone way up here at 914 and get a really good risk to reward, get this full monthly range kind of thing. I mean, this zone here is pretty small as far as like keeping your stop below this zone. I think is very reasonable, and you know, because of that we can get a very good risk to reward. So then we're just gonna wait a little bit longer for Tron here to set up, and then hit that long position and target this full monthly range and probably get, you know, mid-20s or at least 20 risk to reward. So and that's if price made it all the way up here, which it would have to break the zone, which might not do, you know, like, let's be honest, it's gonna have to take a lot of momentum to break the zone. But I mean, this is the range, right, between 754 and 914, so that is the range. So it's what it does on average. It's very reasonable. But again, if price gets stuck at the top of this zone or mid zone, and we only make 10 times, you know, risk to reward, hey, that's not bad either. Like, that's worst case scenario. I like setting myself up so that the worst case scenario is still pretty good. So that's TRX, that's Tron. We're gonna move on to the next one.